think the plan was to go north. Well, I can go there, but don't think that's a possibility. Or just head north. We'll probably have to encounter the undead. Hopefully they're not too tough. I don't recall them being too tough though. Harleen is there. Yeah, I have no idea who she is, but she's green. Points. Right, just more or less in the correct direction too. Yeah. See where this goes. Any hostiles? We might be able to teleport here. Lines. Yeah, that's a place you can drop down from. There are dead people there, Lorenzo and Maria. But that's pretty that's a dangerous area to go to. I need a way to dispel this. Is there a trap here somewhere? What's maintaining this? It's a dead end though. Jelly room is a mushroom that looks like a jellyfish, or maybe the jellyfish is an animal that looks like a mushroom. Whatever came first, only one type fits in a bottle, and it's a good idea to drink it before going out in a thunderstorm. Small air resistance. Salmon pie. There's a path here. Ooh, that's a ship. You teleport to the ship? Out of curiosity. Definitely no. That has to be our target. Right. I need two things. Probably can teleport there. Ooh, she can probably teleport there because she can use her own abilities. Yeah. I need someone who can dispel that. So I can see if it's going to be reproduced or not. Alternatively, try to cast a spell on that. I don't want it to be water though. I'd have to be fire if I want to dissipate that somehow. Outside of that we have Battle Stomp. That's pretty much it. Which one has better magic armor? Beast. Beast will be teleported there. This can go badly for us. $1,500 experience. Okay, move into that clear area, you piece of shit. Right, nothing's maintaining it. Crafty weapons, bows. Now the path out appears to be free. Track of the Tyrant. These boots are fortified with steel toes, somewhat rusted now from Brachus Rex's burial at sea under the hands of the Source Hunters. They look good. Artifacts of the Tyrant. Holding the tracks of the Tyrant gives one an odd crippling sensation. Ooh, holy shit. First item that requires an identifying glass, medium intelligence, small venom rune. How do you use runes? Don't seem to have the item type. Right. But what is a rune item then? It could be a slot thing. I mean, Diablo and games like that have rune slots or item slots that you can put gemstones or runes into. Could be a similar thing. So it should be obvious when you actually see a slotted item piece. Concise pamphlet on how to effectively combine a length of string with a stick, club, or branch in order to create a bow. I think we read that before. A little bit of gold too, so excellent. Much better than I anticipated. Try them out. Yeah, they're cursed. What's the point of them then? Didn't we have a spear of the Tyrant? Spear of Brachus Rex, so no. It's a quest, it's not just an item piece, it's an actual quest. It's strength armor with an empty slot. Well, well, well. That solves that mystery. Right. It is +1 finesse, poison resistance, geomancer +2. It's not actually all that great, but our current armors are pieces of crap. Yeah, it's slightly better. Who's actually using the geomancy spells mostly? Actually, probably him. Only one, but still. And it's a very good improvement. With him, it's a slight improvement. Certainly useful, but not that big a deal. Also, you're supposed to be the goddamn tank, so you should probably have a decent armor. Looks fine. What can the runes add? Maximum physical armor, maximum magical armor, maximum physical damage increase. So basically, depending on the equipment, you'll get a small increase in their performance. The thing is, these are percentage based, so they're borderline worthless early game, and they probably could be pretty much mandatory to get things working later on. I mean, if I boost something like this, I'll get 1 extra magic armor out of it. After 10 extra levels, that could be a massive amount of extra magic armor you could get out of it. So I don't like this system particularly. I'm not saying this is a bad system per se. I think this is this favors hoarding. Poison resistance 5, accuracy 5. Also, I have a feeling that their runes themselves will be there's crafting related to them, so we might be able to combine runes to make better ones. I mean, small venom rune. If there were no other venom runes other than small, there would be no point writing the small description there. So I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things again that a veteran player can make great use of, because you know how much runes you're gonna get and how powerful they are and when you're gonna use them and how blah blah blah. While a new player has 2 options: I either stick a borderline worthless rune into that slotted item, or hoard in the hopes that it'll pay off eventually.
Stand off, stranger. Friend or foe?
Friendish, I guess? Tell her you're a friend.
She searches your face for treachery. Doesn't seem to find it.
All right then, you can pass. But I suggest you don't. I suggest you turn around and head another direction entirely. The Magisters have a shrieker up there. It killed my friend. May have killed that Magister too. I wouldn't tangle with it alone. Fact, I wouldn't tangle with it at all.
Tell her you've heard of shriekers, but you've yet to see one.
Now's your chance. Just wander up the path there. But I sincerely suggest you don't do that. If you like living.
She gives you a long look.
Well then, if we're going to be friends, let me mark your map. See this place? There are others hiding there. You should join them. You're welcome. Once Gareth emerges from the keep there, he and I will join you directly. He may be interested in you. Me? Not so much.
Tell her you're looking for Gareth. You too are searching for Brachus Rex's weapons.
You're in the right place, but I'd find another way to proceed if I were you.
She turns her attention back along the path. You are dismissed.
Shrieker, galvanized, so it's literally impossible to harm it. Character is invulnerable to regular damage, however they can be destroyed by source vampirism. Yeah, it's immune, outright immune. The resistances don't mean anything as long as it's galvanized. I'm gonna die to the Shrieker. I want to see how it works.
I'm guessing that's one of those shooters.
Join us.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
Yeah, 600,000 electrical damage, something along those lines. I wonder, does it mean that if you have electrical resistances at 100, it can't kill you? There's no way to do it here, but also it gave you a sort of a warning. Maybe a second or two to get the hell out of there before it actually does the damage. It's Squirrel? Still, I might be able to loot the Magister, but only the Magister. There's nothing to loot. There's fine. Alright.
I thought these marshes were abandoned.
Only one of our guys is actually in the fight. Right, that's better. Gareth is a level 7 trader, 126 armor, 57 magic shield, 378 health. He's better than any one of us here, much better than the opponent, so he's not gonna die. % resistances, good stats all overall. Warfare 1, not that skilled. Don't really think I can attack from here. Waypoint discovered.
Glory is mine.
Glory is mine.
See if I can attack them. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible. Need a better angle.
It's your maker.
Everyone seems to have some sort of ability that attacks through the armors. You can't really kill anyone that in that way, but it's probably there, so you can't rely on the armors alone. How the fuck is that invisible? Take the ranger then. You'll be dead before I get to do all that much. Bloated corpse. You need a literal corpse to use this. I thought it was just a summoning spell. Well, I suppose that makes sense, because otherwise the actual summoning spell lineup would be, or spell skill would be sort of sucky, wouldn't it? There really isn't all that much I can do. What I think I should do is get the hell out of the way so that dwarf can do something useful. If I can't... Shit. Ooh, we're gonna get more friends. Excellent. At least 4 extra enemies. They seem to be coming through the same path I went to, so this is actually good for us. Right, there's really no point in us trying to push our way there to prepare for them coming up to us. Right, you need to go away so we can pass freely. I don't want to go too close, because I don't want the Shrieker to accidentally fire at us. Which means I don't really want Gareth to end up there either. So hopefully he's gonna be kept busy while we kill the... Right, this is good. This might be a good chance to test things. Gonna move a little bit closer and save my action points. We need to test how can we use the blood against these as an effective killing tool. It would be physical attack. That's the point. Magical attacks are easy enough to do through other means. Okay, we have to be somewhat careful so we don't shock our own ass here. Magister Inquisitor. Have the best defenses. Blinded one of them. That's good enough. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right. Testing. There are no perfect targets here to attack, and so this can lead to a lot of trouble. I didn't think this through. I can only do the blasted thing if they don't have physical armor. So it's not a good way to get rid of armor, it might be a good way to get rid of vitality. I don't think these targets are our own guys. Actually, I don't like those. I mean, they're good spells. The problem is it allows you to sort of spam blindly these sort of powerful attacks that you should use tactically. They have a lot of healing abilities.
Glory is mine.
Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble now. There's too many range attackers there. There's no way we can maintain shields against them. Can't do all that much damage. Their physical defenses are dwindling, so we can start to do status effects against them soon. I'll be able to play him out of the fight for a while. Yeah, attacking the Inquisitor is a bit of a troublesome thing, because he can he had good defense to begin him with, and he can restore quite a bit of them. I want to invite one of these people to get in on the fun here. I think I also sort of want to get rid of the fire, which means we might go with the blood rain. It would cause wounds at least to... No, it wouldn't cost anyone anything at this point. How about an extra corpse? I'd like to see what it actually does. Bloated corpse. It's not that strong. Initiative 10. Last for 10 turns. It's not horrible by any means either, though. Bloated corpse explodes, dealing physical damage to all characters around it. Death-resisting effects cannot protect bloated corpse from destruction by this skill. Instantly kills your target. Damage is based on your level and receive bonus for intelligence. Not horrible. What's the area? It's quite large. It would be tough to detonate it without hitting our own guys. It's mainly a distraction, I'd say. Right, we would do a lot of damage to our own guys if we would trigger it here. I'll treat it as a distraction at least for a turn. Even if they kill it, that's fine. Less damage from my guys. Has attacks of opportunity. Excellent. We could also sort of evacuate this spot and just detonate it at the center.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Add another one to the mix. Excellent. joins the fight. Still, I need to get rid of his status effect, knockdown, and I don't think I can do it. He acted as a decoy though, a good one too. Yeah, bloodsucker on you. Eat your own ass. Gareth can kill him. Plus 2 action points, thank you very much. Not that I can use all that many of them. He's gonna be more or less worthless, so don't have to give a shit about him. Still, he acts as a distraction, sucked up a couple of deadly abilities, so did the job. I wonder if he detonates if he dies. I don't think that's guaranteed by any means. Let's do chloroform.
Prepare yourself.
Right. They hack it to pieces, it just dies. A lot of blood there though. I think I would prefer if the blood wasn't there really. Arr! Earth's pirate. Right, realistically, what could we do? Cause cold damage a little bit. Someone died. What the hell, I cannot target anymore.
Prepare yourself.
Another one down. Another one down.
Your courage in the face of danger is inspiring, my friend. Lucian guided your blows rightly.
Yeah, Lucian sure did all the work. Fighter and Geomancer. Actually more interested in the Finder lineup. Whirlwind. Hitting enemies around you. This would be great for the guy with the 200 weapon. Provoke. Provoke and tease them so that they want to attack you. This is nice, but we're lacking so many killing abilities. I don't want to take it. Bouncing shield. We need this. And a crippling blow. Cripple the target with a sweeping blow and all characters around it. Yeah, could be useful. How much is it? 1000. I can afford that. No problem. Just hit a man.
His eyes travel from your face to your feet, then back again.
You're clearly no Magister. Dirty face, disheveled attire. How'd you come to be here?
Tell him the truth. You're a sorcerer, recently escaped from Fort Joy, and he is...
Name's Gareth. I'm a seeker. I can give you shelter and hope.
Does he mean the Sanctuary of Abadia? You already know the place.
Ah, good. Then you know us. And you know we can help you. And perhaps you can help us.
Tell him you'll give him your help and accept his.
Your words warm my heart, sorcerer.
His eyes scan the horizon and then settle on yours. A moment passes.
An awkward moment.
I can't stay. You shouldn't either. What did Lucian say? Ah yes, evil feasts on the indolent. Get yourself to safety, and soon. You'll always have a place at the Seeker's table.
Is he gonna die from the Shrieker? Small Venom Rune, which we have no use for. Magical Helmet, which we don't particularly have a use for. Mage Sandals, which we don't particularly have a use for. Or Magical Lace Scale Gloves, which actually are quite nice. Well, he wasn't zapped as far as I can see. More importantly, there's probably a decent amount of loot out of all these guys. It's a strength-based glove that I took. Oh, for God's sakes. It's a little bit better. A little bit better is all it needs. Magic armor or physical armor. Both are fine, I guess. Depends on the encounter, really. How long are we gonna stick to the teleportation gloves? Granted, they're useful from time to time, but they also suck as armor. This should be good for us, because we have a decent... well, not a good shield. But the damage is based on the shield quality. It's a fine attack, it does more damage than we do from normal hitting. You need more memory. You need more skills. Whirlwind skill book. "28 to 30 physical damage to everyone around us." I think I'll take the cripple blow too. What would we want to sacrifice? Not the. Well, I almost never use that one. Right. And we're nowhere near level up. Okay, Sabine is somewhere completely different. A human leg. That reminds me, we really should talk to our own guys. I'm sure they have their own quests and things like that, and we might never get all of them if we just don't talk with them as things progress. So I'll take a little bit of a closer look what's here, then I'll chat with them a little bit, see what they want, what makes them tick.
Look! A large ship sits just offshore.
No shit. The ship we just saw earlier. At least there's a way down from here. Way down. Way up. So there's no point starting any kind of teleportation trickery here. We can just use the ladders and vines. Suspicious statue number 4, I guess. Magical Dwarven Dagger. It has a strong initiative bonus. Yeah, it's better than Abstinence, definitely. Magisters sword. This might be an equipment upgrade for you. Yes, definitely. How much does it affect the shield throw attack? I guess I use the shocking touch the least. 18 to 20. "24 to 27. Current weapon is better. Yeah, these statues don't do anything. So why does this do something? It is a waypoint and nothing but a waypoint. So nothing suspicious about it. Tree trunk. I think the tree trunk that had a hole underneath it is the game automatically sort of tried to attack it when I mouse over it. So I think the rest are just loot containers. Right, don't see anything particularly interesting here. We're getting a decent amount of experience from fighting. We're getting decent loot, better than what we currently have. Did someone sleep? Yeah. Another statue that we can interact with.
You one of those Brackus soldiers too? Should have been more careful who you went to battle for, bub. Breastplate, closed helmet, shield. All futile. I could serve a knight like him 1,000 deaths regardless.
You think you're tough, eh?
A statue of Brachus's elite guard. Ha! They fell like autumn leaves against the House of War.
Right. Let's have a chat. A little bit of a moment with our companions. What do you want?
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest.
No rest for the wicked. Ask Sabine about the way she held a needle to your neck. Would she really have killed you?
In a final heartbeat. Why? Did you assume I wouldn't?
Well... Say that you entertained the hope she wouldn't have brutally murdered you out of nowhere, yes.
The only thing that springs eternal is blood from gushing wounds. And water from springs, of course, and flowers from the ground, but... you catch my drift. One must cull to cultivate.
Say that you're curious about her tattoo. Names, are they not? Tattoos. Didn't notice any tattoos.
So they are. My arms are gravestones. Many a lost soul's last rest. One day I'll know who they were, the ones on my right arm. And one day, they'll all be dead, the ones on my left.
Okay, different names on different arms. What? Ask about the names on her right arm.
They are the ones I was forced to kill. I don't know why. I can't recall. But I kept their names, and with their names, I will honor them.
Wonder who forced her to kill.
The Master. A lizard, but not any lizard. A spectre in the flesh, a man with no name. A darker shade in shadows. If he be a demon, as the frightened claim, I will be a demon hunter. If he be a god, as the cowering claim, I will be a godslayer. Until it is over, I will be nothing but vengeance. A day on the beach I'll be after.
Scoff and say that she still defines herself by her master, a slave's mentality. I don't really disagree with that sentiment, but I think it's also not a sensible thing to say to her. Wanting revenge after being treated like shit for a long time is not unreasonable. But she's still focused on the master. She basically can't move on. So in that sense it's true. But at the same time, I couldn't really blame anyone for doing that. It's easy to say just move on, but right. Smile and tell her you'll join her when that day on the beach arrives.
She returns your smile, though you can read the skepticism in her eyes.
A lovely little promise to make. A thorny one to keep. We'll see how bloodied you're willing to get to pluck the one rose lost in a forest of daggers. Still, I do appreciate the sentiment.
Okay, what about the names on the left arm?
Those are the breadcrumbs, torn and tossed aside along the long road to the Master. They are inconsequential, candles snuffed out by a brighter flame, if I do say so myself.
I wonder. What makes him really different from the names on the other hand? I'm sure the Master had some similar thoughts about them. Change the subject. Ask Sibyl how she was taken into custody by the Magisters. Did they catch her off guard as well?
Hardly. I walked up to the quay, asked for the ship to Fort Joy, and declared myself a sorcerer. I'm here to hunt, remember? Here to play a game of tic-tac-terminate with a special certain someone.
Tell Sibyl you still want to talk more about Stingtail.
My. I did get you all worked up, didn't I? Afraid you won't be able to sleep tonight?
Take her hand and ask if she'll be able to sleep tonight.
She pulls her hand away, quickly and violently, as if bitten by a snake.
Tell her she has an odd reaction to kindness indeed.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. I suppose I'm a bit skittish from time to time. Skittish like a cat that's seen too much unkindness. You see, there's triplets in my mind. The woman I am, the woman I must be, the woman I long to be. Like all sisters, they do tend to be at odds with one another. From time to precious time.
Present is all that matters. Let go of the past. If there's a woman she longs to be, that means she wants to be different, to be better. This might have an important impact. Or not. She should be true to the woman she is. Present is all that matters. Well, that's not true. Definitely not true. There's no woman she must be. Tell her she can let go of the past if she so wishes. Yeah. I don't really disagree with that, but at the same time, I don't think it's fruitful in any way to tell Sibyl that. If she was in a position to just let it go, she wouldn't be tattooing names on her arms and going to prison islands to assassinate people. So I think that's just pissing on a forest fire, totally worthless. Tell her that if there's a woman she longs to be, that means she wants to be different, to be better. Maybe so. Yeah. Let's go with option number 3.
To be better, I must butcher. All new beginnings require sacrifice. You can see what I can do. What comes as easily as a morning's yawn or a rush of blood in the presence of beauty. This, you must accept.
Yes, I understand. Just because she wants to be different doesn't mean she is that person or necessarily ever will be that person. She is who she is right now, and I don't think we should have any misconception about that. She is not a nice person now. She's filled with vengeance and hate. You understand? Say that you accept.
Thank you. How romantic a concession, to let a woman kill when she so pleases.
We might end up at odds with her at some point. I do hope this isn't going to be ending in things like breaking up the group. because that's a catastrophe if it happens. Um, Say that you'd like to talk a bit more about her scar.
One of her eyebrows arcs, like a cat arching its back, ready to scratch.
Yeah, she might be a little bit defensive about this one.
A touchy subject, I warn you.
Tell her you're merely curious. Did it hurt when they placed it on her? What the fucking stupid question is that? I'm going to say it because my other option is to just back off immediately.
It didn't exactly feel like a kiss.
Yeah,
But the true pain came after, when I lost all of my own volition. I served but the Master. The Master and none but he.
say it sounds like he was a lucky man. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Tell her she needn't go on. You shouldn't have brought it up in the first place. I feel the options are terrible. Like, our character has no tact at all in this. But I can't say it sounds like he was a lucky man. That's, like, just can't say it. So you don't need to go on.
Touchy subject. I did warn you.
Yeah, I'm more embarrassed about my own dialogue options than actually asking about this, though. Pull a flask of liquor from a well-hidden pocket and offer it to her. Warms the heart.
Sabine looks at the flask with surprise, but accepts it with a nod and takes a long draught.
Yeah, now we can give her a drinking habit. That's going to help.
My word. Warms the heart and everything else besides. Thank you. I needed a bit of good cheer. So, cheers.
And there goes the rest of your bottle.
Right. What's our next move?
Unless you love the idea of a life knee-deep in swamp water, I suggest we look for a ship.
Right. This is actually nice. We don't have to do any super important choices, but we learn more about them.
Quite right. Do seek my counsel. I highly recommend it.
Has the Red Prince what got him here? How is it possible for a royal to end up in Fort Joy?
There was a small incident which prompted my many rivals to move against me. Technically, they had the letter of the law on their side. Such a nuisance, the law. Quite necessary to keep the common in line, of course, but one such as myself it should exempt as a matter of course.
Remind him he didn't answer your question.
Notice that, did you? For future reference, if I don't answer a question, it's because I don't want to.
Yeah, but you can just say you don't want to, instead of making me think you might be a little bit unfocused in your mind. Wonder if it was the display of swords that got him into trouble.
I hardly know you as yet. Let's leave some mystery in the relationship, shall we? We can exchange criminal records later.
Say you're intrigued by the color of his skin. How come he is red?
Oh, don't tell me you've never heard the stories. The tale of my birth has been a bedtime staple for years. A dinner party favorite.
Shake your head. You've never heard his tale.
Inconceivable. Well, listen closely then. One day a red sun rose, turning the desert sands into a blood-colored sea. When my mother, roused from dreams, beheld this crimson dawn, she knew the time had come and promptly gave birth to me. The sun rose to its zenith, but there settled, refused to descend towards the beckoning dusk. Instead, she hung there for 7 days and 7 bright, starless nights. So enamored was she with her little red prince. Indeed, I've been a married man since the day I was born, for they call me the spouse of the sun. She who is all life and beauty, she whose colour I wear not in cloth, but in skin.
It's a beautiful story.
Isn't it just? A beautiful, beautiful story.
He laughs wryly, baring rows of shark-like teeth.
There are those who believe that little legend, you know. I'm not one of them. To tell you the truth, I've no idea why I'm red, but I do fancy I was rather lucky to be born a prince. My heritage made people celebrate my uniqueness. Had I been common-born, they might have just drowned me in a well.
Ooh, we have an option. Agree, he may be right. His appearance makes him look slightly demonic after all. I don't want to take that option though, because I know that from the character description, from the character creation screen, but I have no other reason to say that. I'll choose the other option. So you admire him for being so down to earth about the matter. Somehow you hadn't expected that from him.
Why, thank you. You'll find I don't live up to expectations with remarkable frequency. Case in point is that I have a high opinion of myself because of my unparalleled skills and intellect, not because of the bed I was born in. Though I won't go so far as to deny absolute wealth has its perks. Absolute power, for instance. No wonder I seek my way back to the throne.
What was it like to be a prince?
More glorious than you could ever imagine. More glorious than I wish to recall here. Ask me again once we escape, and I'll tell you tales that will last us 1,000 nights.
Ask him what he meant earlier by the secret of his soul.
The Red Prince takes on a reserved air, and you've the feeling he'd blush if such a thing could be noticed.
Secret of my soul, I said. What poppycock. Didn't sound like me at all, not in the slightest. So drop it.
What should we do next?
Nothing's changed but for our surroundings. We're still on an island, in dire need of making for the mainland. Perhaps we simply ought to hug the coast in search of a ship.
Secrets, secrets, secrets. What about Mr. Beast?
Out of the frying pan and into... You know what? You've heard that one before, so let's try a new one. Shite's all mucked up. Yeah, seems more to the point, doesn't it?
Not that he makes frequent glances at a parchment he carries. What's written on it?
You noticed that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, but subtle ain't one of them. So, there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... kinda royalty. I mean, I never wore a crown. Not with diamonds in it, anyway. I once stuck a wreath on my head and... Oh, sorry. I need to stop with that whole tangent thing. Anywho, let's just get it out there. I'm a bastard. The literal kind. And the other kind. The royals weren't all great with me, and I weren't too great with them. To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort Joy, but 10 times worse. I would have died there too, if one of Justinia's ships hadn't sailed so close. So, I kinda took it, and off I went. Cool, right? And then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The royal sailors walked the plank as well as you could hope for. That's where I found the notes. Right there in the open. Next to the manifest.
What did the note say?
Let's see how quick I can be. Queen Justinia's ordered some dwarf named Lohar to ambush a ship called the Peacemaker and take its cargo. Whatever's on it, she's using it against the rebels. She calls it Operation Downfall. Pretty ominous, eh? So, yeah, hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall thing. And there you have it. Tangent-free. Mostly. Well, not mostly. A little. Okay, not at all.
Has to be Death Fog. I don't think the... Does the Order have anything other worth really attacking them for? It would maybe one of the weapons they've scrounge up from this place. But my guess would be the death fog. I don't understand why the death fog would have been in the tutorial or beginning section of the game unless it plays a role later on. Otherwise, why even have it? It was something of a that solved the ancient story. All living things killed. But if it was just a story related thing, it would not have been placed on this ship. So they teach you early on what it is. They wouldn't bother unless it plays a role later. So Operation Downfall, Death Fog is my guess. Not that Beast seems to be making a lot of enemies.
Aye, the right enemies. I ain't saying I'm some proper role model. But you show me anyone whose heart ain't soaked in shadow and they'll have enemies. If you're light, the darkness is your enemy. If you're song, then it's silence. And if you're a free man or woman, then tyranny is your foe. You've got enemies, haven't you?
Tweak his nose. Everyone loves you. Nobody doesn't not love some comic relief.
Doesn't... not...
Beast's brow twists into knots.
Well, I'll just have to take your word for it.
Okay, what comes next?
Well, it just so happens that getting off islands is my speciality. I'm like the Aelus of escaping islands. Get it? Aelus! No?
Don't get it.
Fine, you get the gist though. So, here's the thing. Where there's a sea, there's boats. Boom. Simple as that. We'll find one docked, or one will sail by, and... well, as you probably figured, I'm good at stealing boats.
Can I read the actual note? There was exchange of notes, I noticed. Captain Arthas, Operation Downfall has commenced and Her Majesty's orders are clear. My men will make their move when the Peacemaker nears Reaper's coast. Trust me, the Divine Order drunkards on board won't see it coming. Sail the Victory on my signal when the bonfire burns under cover of darkness. Do not bother disembarking. We will load the cargo and then return to Driftwood. You only need transport it, and be quick. Her Majesty does not tolerate delays. It is time to strike. The rebellion will fall. It's hard to imagine what other it could be if it's end of a rebellion. It has to be something big.
So, you read through it all, which means you know what I'm up against.
Yeah, this Operation Downfall sounds serious. What else does he know about it?
Not much more than the paper told you. But it's enough to know I've got to stop Justinia. She's got the rebellion in her sights. My comrades. My friends.
Ask about the rebellion. What happened?
Listen up. The Queen was a good woman once, and I'm a bastard cousin, so I would know. Come rainy days, we'd sail paper boats and drop beetles on them for plank walking. She was never a beast, but her spirit roamed free. Then Queen Laura died, and it was Justinia's turn. The Divine Order was growing, and the lizards were on the move. First it was just flags, the royal insignia always flapping in my face, demanding my allegiance. Then it spread. You say a good word about Lucian, and you just disappeared. Artists were cleared from the streets, replaced by royal goons in full armour. And the lizards would come, they said, and we should all be ready to take up arms if the Queen demanded it. There was no way to live. Me and the others, we decided it was time for a change.
Shadows of the past cloud his bright eyes. He no longer looks at you, but through you.
A storm is brewing, we can be sure of that. But I'm just as sure the sky will clear after. The gulls will come back to perch and the sun will dry our faces. That peace is all the more special when you've heard the thunder before it.
The only sort of doubt I have about the Deathfall theory is that why wouldn't they just use it against their outside enemies instead? Why is the rebellion so important? Naturally, they need to squash it to effectively do anything. It's a natural national threat, but surely a foreign military is a much bigger threat. Maybe they're not at outright war yet, but they know it's probably coming. And it's a threat. So they wouldn't want to start it, but they certainly want to prepare for it. Maybe.